Welcome to Lookouts and Waterfalls in the Blue Mountains. Episode 2, Let Our Videos Be Your Guide. In this episode, we visit Lawson's Lookout, Eleanor Falls and Clarinda Falls.
In this episode, our first stop is Lawson's Lookout in Springwood, the town we reached in episode 1, when we visited Martin's Lookout. We have followed the M4 motorway from Sydney, and the Springwood turnoff is 14.9 kilometres along the Great Western Highway from the bridge over the Nepean River. If your vehicle has a trip meter, set it to 0 as you exit into Macquarie Road. After passing under the rail bridge, follow Macquarie Road to the outskirts of Springwood Shopping Centre, where at 1.1 kilometres turn left at the second roundabout into Raymond Road.
This is a map showing how to get from the highway to Lawson's Lookout.
At 1.2 kilometres, turn left into David Road, then right back into Raymond Road. Follow Raymond Road to its end for a total of 1.9 kilometres. Yep.
There is very limited parking on the side of the road here, but if you have to park further back, it's only a short walk of 65 metres to Lawson's Lookout.
Graham, do you have any history for this area?
I do, and I'll tell you along the way.
As far as rating is concerned, I think it's worse than Bluff Lookout, so I give it a 2 out of 10, Graham.
Yes, the view is the same as Bluff Lookout. This one has no fencing, so I'd have to give it a 2 as well.
Our second stop today is our first waterfall. I'll show you how to get there along the way. To reach Eleanor and Clarinda Falls, follow the M4 motorway from Sydney onto the Great Western Highway and turn off in Faulconbridge. It is 19.3 kilometres along the highway from the bridge over the Nepean River. From the Faulconbridge turn-off, exit left onto Sir Henry Park's Parade. Then stop on the right-hand side of the road. The walking track starts alongside house number 10. Sir Henry Parade, here we are.
This is the Faulconbridge end of the Victory Track that goes down Glenbrook Gully and then up to Martin's Lookout. From here, it's a 1.2 kilometre walk down to Clarinda Falls. Eleanor Falls is not on any map, but can be found along the way. Take some water and food if necessary. Our first job is to find Eleanor Falls, our first stop.
I'm excited. Let's go.
Eleanor Falls is a relatively unknown fall that is on the Victory Track between Faulconbridge and Clarinda Falls. It is strongly believed the waterfall is named after the second wife of Sir Henry Parkes, Eleanor Dixon, since the waterfall is located in the creek just outside the boundary of Parkes' former property called Faulconbridge. However, the name may be connected to the family of Sir James Martin, whose daughter Eleanor died in 1880 at the age of 17 while at Numantia. Nice little flat bit here before we start another descend. Round the corner and down we go. This is the descent into the gully. Hanging rock. They said there's some of these along the way. We're descending into the fern forest. This log's been here for a while, undisturbed for millions of years, Jeffrey. Whenever there's water, just mind your step, it might be slippery.
Is this our destination?
No. Do you see a waterfall? This may be the steepest part over with. It has levelled off a little. Now we're down in the valley. It was just that steep bit from the road down to here, so we're following Sassafras Creek. Looks like we've got a log to walk across here, but you don't have to walk across the log. You can go around it. I'm not going across the log.
Here we are at Eleanor Falls. As you can see, there is no water flowing over the waterfall, making it not very spectacular. Here is a photograph of Eleanor Falls with flowing water, taken by David Noble.
The trek is arduous. It's a difficult walk, but the waterfall is unique with a scooped wearing. What about you?
Agreed, the victory track from Faulconbridge is rather difficult and not for the faint-hearted. The waterfall is next to the track and there is no sign or path to it. From here, we travel down to our next stop, Clarinda Falls.
Clarinda Falls is a sparkling cascade, flashes 15 metres into a charming grotto. It got its name from Clarinda Parkes, the wife of Sir Henry Parkes. Born on the 27th of May 1815 in England, Sir Henry Parkes was a dominant figure in Australia during the second half of the 19th century and was often called the father of Australian Federation. Sir Henry died on the 27th of April 1896 and lies buried in a little cemetery not far from where this track starts. We will briefly visit his grave on our return.
Well, the walk from Eleanor Falls so far has been reasonably flat. A few little dips up and down across the creek, but pretty easy walking. Should be there in no time. Okay, so from here it looks like it's a very quick downward climb to the bottom of the falls. There are steps, but they're pretty tricky. Now, this next step's the big one. From here we can see the cliff. I'll just give you a quick look around us there. I can hear water down at the bottom. We have to go past the falls, apparently. Anyway, we'll continue. Another steep decline. See how we go. There's a signpost down here. As we approach more steps. Big ones. Okay, now coming from Faulconbridge, we see this sign first, which obviously points back to Faulconbridge and to the falls. It's a T intersection. And there's another, the track continues down to this sign. Which takes us to Sassafras Gully and Glenbrook. Okay, so we'll go up to the falls. Just go back a little. And go down to the bottom of the falls. I can hear the water now. And the rocks and the dampness. And there we are. We've got iron oxide coming out of the rocks, leaching out. Very wet. So we've got a sandy bottom, echoes a bit. Bit of an echo in here. And it's hard to see, but there are stalactites underneath the main overhang. I don't have a torch with me,
but they don't look like they're active anymore. I like this waterfall. The ancient miniature stalactites and stalagmites under the rock shelf were interesting, but hard to see. Without lights, we could not film them well. The moist greenness of the area was refreshing.
Again, the path down was tortuous, and we have to climb back up the way we came. Bushwalkers do continue past the falls as the victory track goes deeper into Sassafras Gully.
I have a photograph from David Noble. I'll show that to you. Today we visited Lawson's Lookout, Eleanor Falls and Clarinda Falls. Take your time and fully enjoy the outdoors, the sunshine, the fresh air, the wonderful vistas. But most of all, stay safe and familiarise yourself with our safety instructions at the end of this video. Bye for now.
On our next episode, we again move further into the mountains to visit 3 great waterfalls. Until then, bye.
Whatever way you discover the Blue Mountains, we want you to have a safe and enjoyable experience. Whether you drive, catch public transport, or cycle to destinations we visit here, some walking is necessary. The walks are usually short, but can contrast greatly, so you need to be aware of the risks. Have a safe and enjoyable sightseeing experience at these lookouts and waterfalls. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notifications bell to be alerted when next we visit the Blue Mountains.